Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Loke. Okay, the most question that I have before when I start meeting my clients, or even just now, that I have the same question again from the friends from behind the stage. They were asking me that why our company name called 91 Ad. So to those who understand Chinese, this is why. 91 App because the company is founded in Taiwan and the name is 91 App. And another way to pronounce it, 91, we call it 91, which is similar the pronunciation of 就要. So literally in English, we call it I want an app. So that's why. And not forget to introduce our founder. I think maybe in this occasion, not many of you know who is Stephen Hall, Chee. But if you know that Jack Ma is the godfather of the e-commerce in China mainland, then actually he is about the same status in Taiwan. So the company 91 App was founded in 2013, but before that, he founded another two company back in the time of 1998 and 2002, which was the very successful C2C as well as the B2C platform in Taiwan. And these two companies were respectively acquired later by eBay and also Yahoo Taiwan. And currently in Taiwan, our team consists of 350 people, employees, and half of them actually is the engineers. And over the years, since 2013, actually we have already served more than 10,000 clients. Some of them are listed here, so I'm sure most of you know these brands. And in Taiwan App Store, under this shopping category, both in the App Store as well as the Google Play, actually we dominating more than 1/3 of the top shopping apps in Taiwan. And these are some of the awards that we won throughout these years. So let's get a fast recap on some of the main scene in Malaysia e-commerce landscape. First thing, I'm sure when people talk about e-commerce, people will straightly think about selling on marketplaces. Though Asia, back in the very early years, we already start to purchase online ticket. But when we talk about the booming of e-commerce in Malaysia, actually, we will mention about these three main platforms in Malaysia, which is Lazada, 11 Straight, now they changed the name already, and thirdly, Shopee. So these are the big giants that subsidizing a lot and subsidizing the customer, the customer as well as the seller by bringing a lot of traffic to the website. And we saw a very explosive growth of number of sellers and buyers. And brands, those who owning their website, actually, they in a way abandon to a site and get on board with the different platform to set up their official store there. And at the same time, we have shopping cart developer in Malaysia also developing these marketplace sync features to support this industry. As well as we know that there are also many people who started to doing drop shipping by getting products from overseas and selling in the marketplaces. So these are the challenge in marketplace that I wrote here. Price war. It's very difficult nowadays to earn well in marketplaces. And secondly, it's about the data ownership. When sellers rely a lot to the marketplace, they are hardly getting their members' data or for further in-depth analysis. And thirdly is about the brand loyalty. When people buying from marketplaces, we are the member of that marketplace and not to the brand. And here I wrote Taobao because I feel that it is another platform that's coming from overseas that nowadays many people are buying a lot from there, yet our money was channeling to the overseas. It doesn't help a lot to build our Malaysia e-commerce. So secondly, I want to recap on the cross-border e-commerce. I think these 2 years, the government agency like Matrade and also MDEC have been putting a lot of effort to nurture this cross-border selling ecosystem. And yet we may not see many success case so far in the story, but appreciate that they have done a lot. And again, dropshipping. To those who are knowing well to sell across border, they might source their product from overseas and sell to another corner of the world. And why I'm mentioning this too, let's quickly recap again the third point here. Mobile commerce trend. This is the era that with the smartphone and the fast internet speed that we have, people no longer live without their smartphone. And with the social media, they are another way to drive traffic to sellers beside from doing their business in marketplaces. So we see a lot of enterprises or companies are setting up their Facebook page or group or even their IG there. And at the same time, we also see a lot of PM seller that utilizing the social media platform as well as the messaging, instant messaging apps to conduct their small business. Might not be too small because from what I heard, some of the PM seller actually they earn a lot. And at the same time, digital marketing was booming at this time that assist the seller to find a more efficient way to do their branding, to do their ads and retargeting. And thirdly, it's about mobile app. We know that people are not denying that an app is good to browse the brand's product, to have a better experience. And yet we know this is a very high cost tool, and it's very difficult to maintain by small seller. So only that we see those platforms or big seller are able to develop their app. And fourthly, in 2016, actually, mobile traffic and also the mobile transaction already surpassed the desktop transaction in that year. And lastly, is about the e-wallet. Just now, the last session, people are talking about the e-wallet, and this is one of the hot topic nowadays. And these two charts actually shows what I said just now, that since 2014, the traffic from mobile already surpassed the desktop. And the right one shows that most of the mobile traffic actually comes from the app traffic. That means nowadays people spending more time on their app rather than on the mobile, which just makes sense to most of us. And this is a chart from iPay 2 years ago, talking about 2016 April. Actually, the transaction from mobile already exceeding the desktop transaction. And fourth point, O2O. Most of our early experience of O2O comes from Groupon, that we buy online and then we experience it from offline. But most of the industry here actually coming from the servicing and also F&B line. And this doesn't help a lot to the retail industry. So when it comes to O2O, most of us talk a lot about Amazon Go or the Hema Fresh in China. But this is not some business model that we can duplicate in Malaysia, because it involves a lot of model. So this is an important message to summarize the front part of my presentation. After so many efforts and things happen in e-commerce Malaysia, when we are now talking about 3 to 10% of the market share for online retail. So underneath, there's another blue sea. Actually, it's a very big opportunity for the retail brand. And this is a very good timing that we know, yet remain as a myth, because we don't see a lot of innovation or changes that happen to the retail industry. So, what do we mean by OMO, which is offline merging online and online merging offline? So in a simple word, we say retailer brands try to meet your customer demand whenever there are. So today, your customer might choose to come to your physical store to experience your product, your service, but they didn't buy on the spot. And then they go back to home at night, they search again your website, and then they put in the cart or do the purchase. So it depends solely on how they want to finish the purchase journey. Yet the retailer have to prepare themselves in such as different circumstances. So in other words, actually today's consumer purchase habit change. Okay. For online and offline, online do have their strength. They are able to cater for a wider market, and they are opening for 24 hours, and then they are able to put up all their SKUs available for selection. And through the internet website, they are able to get the latest product update, as well as if any problems, they can complain or they can seek for the customer service feedback, very responsive. As well as to those internet seller, they learn, they were using this digital marketing to further excel in their business. For offline, do they have their strength too that can't replace by online, which is face-to-face interaction, personal touch and feel of the product and the service, as well as the trust. When people see that you have a store, then they feel easy, they feel confident to purchase from you, from your online brand.com website. So here, when we talk about OMO, we are talking about a hybrid model of offline and online strength. It's a business model that revolving the customers. And within this OMO concept, to us, app is a very important connector, as well as it is a single member card for your customer. So no longer brand will treat their member as an online member or the offline member. And lastly, the fourth point here, I I mentioned about, for OMO, it's about to moving the cycle. We know that there are strengths and weaknesses for both online and offline. Yet, to make this OMO happen, something has to be done to make the cycle move so that your O2O is generating the ideal outcome. So these three is the three core components in our product. One, app. Second, web. And third is the O2O device. We call it OmniPad, which is an optional part if those of the seller are not having their physical store. So 91 App is providing brand retailers an easy way to set up their website in a very cost-efficient way and time-saving way to own these three at one go. And usually it takes about from 1 to 2 months to help our clients to set up this. And all this actually controlled from the one single back end of our system. So this is the scenario that we can try to visualize or imagine that if one day your customer coming to your shop, they are doing purchasing, they are shopping offline, then the seller, they are actually trying to make the effort to encourage the member to sign up as a member. Now, previously, we did it by issuing them a physical card that don't have a lot of functions. But by using an app, we just need to have their number in order to sign up the member. And then from there on, whenever the customer, their purchase record in website or offline store, you'll be able to track from the app itself in order so that the seller can have a full view of the customer picture. And from offline, we can also send an online coupon to our customer to encourage them to purchase from your online store. In another way, online store can also send offline coupon to the seller, to the customer, and the customer even can choose to buy online and later pick up from the in-store outlet. And we also have a feature of LBS push notification, which is within a radius of 800 meters, that if you are enabling your this GPS feature, then you'll be able to receive the notification from the app within the 800-meter radius. So let's say if you are entering a mall in Malaysia, we have a lot of malls, right? So you'll be seeing that the brand will trigger you with a notification. So the content could be some of the promotion currently running by the store or some of the latest info or a coupon they are sending to you to attract you to walk in to the store and make the purchase. So for our product, web and app is a cross-device shopping that give the customer a seamless shopping experience. So whenever you add your product into the cart in the app, let's say, that in real-time synchronization, you can see it appear in your web store, like what we have done and experienced a lot in marketplaces. So for app and web, actually they plays two different roles. Some people might asking, if I already have a mobile-friendly web, it's fine. Why do I need to have an app? So in our experience, web is a big channel funnel that very effective in attracting new customer compared to app. But in another way, when we talk about the engagement of the brand with the customer, app is much deeper than the website. So this tool shows us that channel that we are using this web to drive new customer, and by nurturing their loyalty, we are using the app to retain them. And underneath the infrastructure, we have this CRM module. So for those who are doing business, people come and go, yet to those that love your product, to recognize your brand, they are the stable income of your revenue. So this will be an ideal chart that from the beginning, of course, you might not have a lot of hardcore fans, but throughout the time you manage, you are trying to serve well your customer, you build your loyalty member, and they will be the one who contributing a lot to your company revenue. So this is the 3 actual case that the clients that we have, I composed the data here. So you can see the 3 different chart diagram here. The PC traffic is actually very low for nowadays. So the mobile first strategy have to be applied and adopted by the marketing or the brand owner. And if you don't have an app, at least you need to have a very good and user-friendly mobile web. But from the chart here, actually we can see app contributing almost half or even more than half for seller A, the company revenue. And here I would like to introduce a bit quickly about some of the features that I think quite cool for our clients. So first we have a very flexible storefront and event page design, which that you can use drag and drop way to design your storefront. And it is so flexible that you can come up with all kinds of thoughts. It's quite challenging to the designer, by the way. But it's very important for brands to have their unique appearance of their website. The second one, within our system, we do have a built-in app generator that clients can easily set up their both version of app, and then later they download and do the testing. On our side, we will help the clients to apply their dance as well as their iOS ID application. And since we have so many these clients in Taiwan, actually we are doing an auto submit using robot and fast review. So in normal circumstances, within a month or a month and a plus, we actually are able to assist our clients to get their both app ready. And within our system, we do have a lot of marketing mechanism that brands would love to mix and match to come up with their different idea way to market their product and do their brandings. So I won't go deep into it. So if you like, you can take a photo of here. And next, app, we all know we install apps in our phone, and we do receive app push regularly. And this is a very powerful tool for clients to engage with their customer. Not necessarily every time you have to send a promotion message to your client, but at least you can plan your message, you curate it, and sometimes you can just post some of the updates of your company. And it is very effective if we compare to the natural reach of Facebook fans and also using this paid SMS service. And moving on, inside our system, we have an info module that not only we have this catalog, but we have this blog, album, video, as well as integrating in this Facebook page in the apps so that people can have more information about your service and let's say how to use your product. And underneath the content, actually, it will shows up all the products appear in your, let's say, in your blog, in your video. And I know it is very hassle for a normal seller to have their website get this pixel ready. But in our system, we already pre-embedded everything. We have the GA trackers installed. We have this Facebook pixel and SDK for the app tracking. So there's no hassle for our clients to do all the setup and integration. And we have a lot of different reports from our dashboard and backend that we can use it to analyze the data. Sorry. Okay, last year we cooperated with Facebook, and we come up with this Facebook shop that integrated within our backend. So this is the official API that we have, and we are able to sync all the products, the selective product from the backend directly to the Facebook shop. Okay, talking about O2O, from the app itself, it can shows you the nearest store of the brands that you can visit and some of the shop info, and comes together with the GPS navigation. Sorry, I have this message saying that my time's up. So we have a booth out there, so I know my speech is not too fluent and I'm quite nervous, but feel free to visit our booth out there and get one of the copy of our leaflet, and our colleague will try to explain to you more in details. Thank you for the time.